Hello guys, Zanitor here, and yes, welcome back to Sunset Harbor, the City Skylines DLC. That was one way to phrase it, but welcome back. We are in Lake Valley. We are still waiting for some stuff to plop down in some new areas that we've made. I accidentally tabbed out of the game by hitting the Windows key, but we're back. And yeah, so in the last episode, we went ahead and deleted all the trees to see if it would help with lag. It kinda has, but we do have 100,000 people now. I guess it's bound to have a little bit, especially while recording. So I guess, you know, all things to be expected sometimes. Excuse me. So I've been working on, in the last few episodes, getting more unique buildings so we can get more towards monuments. The first one that I want is to get the Eden project, which means I need to build the business park, which is somewhere. It's in number 4. Okay. So I need more commercial zone being built. And last time I was kind of doing that. I say kind of very loosely because what I did instead is I was building offices because I confused the two for some reason, even though I've been playing this game for like 5 years. Wherever when it came out. So God knows how that happened. I mean, I'm dumb. That's how it happened. But still, you know, we don't question it too hard, and then all will be okay. So what I'm gonna do is, I guess I need to do some stuff to, you know, just try to make these guys happy and want to live here and everything. So I think having some public transport and other things like that would probably be wise. I think, you know, a simple solution always is just a good metro line rather, and then gotta figure out where our closest one is. It's actually pretty far away. I did not realize. Is that the closest one, or is that path? Oh no, that's the okay. Couldn't tell what it was. So there we go. We can do that, so that's something. I guess, like, isn't that technically a metro? Oh yeah, that would have worked as well. Whoops. I mean, I still could connect to there too. That is, if I can get under here. Maybe? What's the chances? I guess if I go kind of like this way, I probably could. Or it'll just do that. And then I can go under. Sure. That's, I'm sure, very efficient. So I'm guessing something is too steep within here. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Maybe it's just because that bit's freaking out a bit. I think that's what it was. That is fair, though. There we go. We can have something like that, and then maybe this as well, just in case that becomes an issue. We can have a line from there, and there, and back. And then we could even have a line, well, maybe, a line from here, and then to... Why not? What's the worst that could happen if I got traffic for this? Whoops. We do have a bit of complaints about noise pollution, obviously, in this little residential hub. So what we'll do is we'll make them move out and put commercial there. Done. When in doubt, that's what to do, I guess. We do have more need for offices recently, so I'm going to put that in just because we probably don't actually have enough over here for these people. So that would probably be wise, honestly. I have a mixture of where the game's either too loud or too quiet in my ears. So let's try that. We'll see if that's a little bit better. It's actually a little bit later than I usually record today. It's, what time is it? It's 6:41 p.m. And, yeah, I am tired. I woke up at 1, actually, because I had to wake up super early to do a grocery pickup at, like, I think I had to wake up at about 7, and I had to go to sleep like kind of late too, so it wasn't great. So that wasn't the nicest experience, having to wake up like that after I've not had to wake up like that in a very long time. Because usually I don't have to. But today was a bit of a different one with the whole virus issue and everything. Had to be a little bit more flexible with things, which I totally am fine with. I'd rather have my food. We were getting pretty dire in need, and it was hard to come by, so it worked out for us. So let's see. Is there anything? I think, like, you know, there's opportunity to build off here. I might just keep it as is for now, and we'll see how this fills in. Do we have... Ooh, we have this now, Grand Library. Wonder what I unlocked that for. That must have been fairly recent. I do not know. I kind of... excuse me. I've kind of enjoyed building this area up a little bit more and adding more to it. I guess I can look at, see, like, who's really needing an area like this, which, I mean, yeah, this area is. Almost more so than, well, oh no, this area is pretty in need for it as well. You know, I think we can make this work. Although I don't know if I want it to be right behind that. Or maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we can make it look, you know, nicer for it. That's how we can justify it being here. That's what we'll say at least. So we'll have that. We'll turn those off. And then let's see if we can get in here and make this look as nice as possible. Okay, so I gotta build to about right here, I think. Okay. Then I have a plan to hopefully make this look a little bit nicer in the end as well. Because we have the Move It tool, I can do that, which is always, I say it all the time, but it is my favorite mod. I consider it more of a utility than a mod, to be honest, just because it's something that I think should be in the game. To begin with, because it just makes everything so much easier. Not necessarily easier, just, you know, it's kind of like just a tool that you kind of have to have, I feel like Paradox just needs to pay this person for the service that they have given to everyone. Because it is fantastic. Let's have a little, you know, place where they can get over from there too. You know, all the people that'll be walking from there, of course. And we can even link that up a little bit. Then it gives them a way to get over there even quicker. Alright, I like that. I think that's a pretty good one. My voice is still warming up today. I'm like... feeling a bit like closed up. So, excuse me. As I get into the swing of things today, sometimes start a bit slow. You know, this area doesn't have any commercial, and that's quite a shame. So I feel like that's, you know, kind of a disservice, honestly, for all the stuff that's here. So let's make sure to give them at least a little bit. So I think that would be better. As a lot of people, yep, a lot of people are using this for sure. I mean, this actually is, I guess, being used, yeah, pretty well. I'm quite impressed, actually. So that is quite good. What's this? Premium Studio allows bands to practice and record albums with high quality equipment. Premium Studio will increase success of a successful concert. That is interesting. Ad campaign. Oh, I see. So it gets that. That makes sense. And these are just like general upgrades, which I'm guessing upgrades is just like having this within it. I mean, how much does this cost? 3,000 a week. Wow. 9,000 a week. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of money. That's a lot more than I thought it would be, actually. Oh, the area color. Oh, I see. You can change the color of the roof. That's pretty cool. I mean, I feel like white is just an easy choice because, I mean, if it's white, it reflects the sun better and doesn't kill everyone. Maybe I'll do the Premium Studio. I'll see if that's gonna... I mean, we have quite a lot of money, so I guess trying to go incredibly cheap on them it isn't so needed. Okay, so I'm guessing most of the people that live here probably work over here at this point. Kind of makes the most sense, doesn't it? I'm just wondering if I can come in anywhere that would make sense to, maybe, oh, not sure why that went up, but great. Yeah, I can't really think of adding anything there currently. That, isn't just filling it in to fill it in. I'm sort of trying to be a little bit more meaningful for where I put stuff. A little bit, not too much. What's this guy doing? Wow. It's like Clark Griswold just really going for it, That's one way to do it, I guess. It's questionable, but it's something. What is this? Is this like better coaching, essentially? None of these want to show up for some reason. So that's 500 a week. That's 9,000 a week, so that's probably going to help us a lot more. But it probably helps us win a lot more. But let's add, we'll add security. Because, it's always good to have, so why not? We do need a little bit of help medically back here, it looks like. I know it's a bit more for dead people and everything, but still, why not? They'll eventually get them anyways, so that's fine. This is a bit backed up, but it's actually not that bad. Ooh, I remembered something I wanted to do, I think. Okay, I just saw that and I thought that looked weird. I wanted to... Oh, where was the thing I wanted to do? Was it here? Oh, it was here, wasn't it? I wanted to help this. This is what it was. So I wanted to connect this area without compromising all the trucks and traffic from that. Okay. See, I remember things sometimes. So I think first of all we can take this away, because ultimately they have that way to go, and I think that is mighty fine for the meantime, and probably good in the end anyways. So let's see if we can find a good place. I can move the expo center if needed. Because I don't really want to add a new intersection, because this area is sort of already plagued by traffic to begin with, so... My voice cracked there. I wonder if I could slowly... I can squeeze in here, actually. And then... Oh. I know it's not beautiful in any way, shape, or form, but it is function. And function is beauty? No? I like to believe right now. Alright. I mean, that's something. Definitely something. But that's one way for them just to get over there a little quicker. I'm just curious if that'll make a difference in the amount of people, at least, maybe going this way through. Maybe more people will be willing to take this way. Maybe more people will be willing to take this way in that live here instead of taking this way. Now, I see a lot of people going this way to get out to here. So my thought process is we make a slip road, like so. So we'll have that. It shouldn't have added a lot. This will have added a lot, though, wouldn't have. Yeah, so take that away. And this is only allowed to go to here. And then this... Yeah, I mean, they can work it out, but I'll just double check that they're smart enough. But then that's a quick way to just hopefully allow them to get off a little bit quicker there. And then not have to stress so much about that. I'm going to go ahead and launch this and then go away. It's too loud for my liking. So we're about to cause some crazy traffic to begin with, which probably isn't ideal, actually, now I think about it. But, whatever. Live and learn. Another thing I could do... I mean, it kind of defeats... I know this kind of defeats the purpose, maybe, of a roundabout, essentially, but... I'm also not too overly bothered by it. you know, if we really wanted, we could have a straight road, and we could probably just build a nice system, or just build a system that's kind of like this, because I mean, this functions quite well. But I think it would get pretty busy because of this. So I think ultimately I can make it work better this way, as much of a pain as it is maybe currently. Apologies if I'm just I was just kind of looking to see if I can move that ever so slightly to kind of accommodate things a bit better. Alright, so there are some people using this, so that's something. This I do feel like it causes a lot of unnecessary traffic, so I actually wouldn't mind to move it. But I don't want to affect anything, is the issue. So I do wonder if I can... What am I looking for? I'm looking for... Let's see if I can just get the small, like, industry road here. So I want to have this, but I don't really want it to affect anything too badly. Yeah, so this is backing up pretty good now. They're backed up here because, you know, they're dumb. I wonder, are they still just going this way? Okay, no. That I can tell, at least. So that's something. We'll take that as a win. I do almost wonder... I know this is never the broadest play in the world. But... I'm thinking... Yeah, I mean, it's already affecting that area anyways, isn't it? And it's not affecting there yet, though. I mean, I can move it back this way, I bet that's no problem. Maybe if I literally just do it like this. And move that to there. Let me see if I can rework this as well. I might not even need this if I do what I'm planning. So I'm just thinking to make things go a little bit more smoothly. We do the, you know, kind of typical setup of this. I really wish I could do that a bit nicer, but I realize the limitations that we have sometimes. Okay. And then we definitely want that one bending, so it's easier for them to get on there. We'll put that one there so it looks a little bit nicer. Honestly, that may work okay. I may not have to do much more to that. I know it doesn't look beautiful, but functionality-wise, I think it may go a little bit better. And then we can go ahead and make sure they've got the right ideas here. So that should work a lot better. So there we go. And then, yeah, so they should only be going that way. Okay, no one's in that lane. So that should actually help, I think, considerably. We shall see. And I think I probably should do the same over here as well. Just, I think aesthetically, it's not the most beautiful thing in the world. But for functionality, I think it's like almost a necessity, to be honest. And if this is too short of a distance, it's not actually. I was going to say if it was, I can fix it, but there we go. And I'll just give them little, like, 2 spaces to do it there. I think that'll work okay. They can all kind of merge into the lane there. We'll pretend the left lane is just to pull off at this. That's how we'll play it in our heads. I could turn it into a 4-lane, but I just don't want to mess up the metro area right now. Ooh, different coffee today. It's nice though. It's it's actually the first time I've had Folgers in forever. I had to buy pretty basic in the way of coffee actually because of, you know, everything going on again. But yeah, it's It's actually quite nice. And I've got decaf today, so I don't feel as bad for it. I'm trying to watch my caffeine a little bit more. I thought it might be better for the old heart in the end. So, let's do that. Honestly, I probably could. There we go. That actually is so much nicer looking when I do it that way. Let me retry this. So back in with this. We come this way to here. Let me turn on Road Anarchy. I'm curious. It's still like, no, you can't do that. That's fair. And then... Wait, shouldn't Road Anarchy just let me do this? Draggable, enable bomb by default, slope limits, elevation limits, enable what's that, man? Shouldn't this just work? Odd. I do not know. God knows. That's fine. I'm not too bothered. I was just curious if it would work. So I will go ahead and upgrade that back to this, though, if I can. I guess I gotta now get it back to where it was, sadly. There we go. Actually, might look a little bit nicer anyways than it was, so I'll take it. Just want to kind of fix that a little bit. I'm not a big fan of the huge bumps there. Then I can bring that a little bit more, maybe like that. Actually, it's not too bad because that's quite a good little lane there. So I think that should run pretty smoothly. So let's hit the right button and not F3 for some reason. And play it back. So let's see if that does well. I don't know. Okay, that's fair. I was like, I don't know why they're doing something weird there, but it makes sense now. They're trying to get to a certain lane. So we need to get back to having that. That's open to go. We need to make sure you guys pause. You guys can go. Pause. Go. And you guys pause. There we go. I think I need to probably do that on each of these bits. So let's go ahead and do that. Just because, I mean, we're holding ourselves back not doing it otherwise, really. So let's upgrade this bit that I had at the end here. We'll do it to that, just so we don't cause any lots here. And then we will go ahead and we'll actually keep this as a 2-lane version. That's quite steep, but who knows? We might be able to make that work well enough. Let's see what we're allowed to upgrade here. Actually, that looks not too shabby. So I think I can deal with that. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to go to this and then into here. And we're going to make sure they can go and that they will yield. Oops, what's happening? They will go, yield, and here. Yeah, everyone's free to go. They need to be yielding. I'm not sure if they were doing so before. Same with here. So that should be better for us, I think. Oops, that helps if we actually complete the system we were doing. Whoopsie. And again, I think I don't like how close those are, but I get that that's kind of a a thing I gotta deal with. I wonder if I could just kind of put it over that way a little bit, just to give a little bit more of a gap. Because I'm not too fond of that, and they're going to want to go. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. I mean, I guess I could, you know, maybe bring it down this way a little bit before it goes out. Just because I think that's going to be a little bit ridiculous in the way of traffic, essentially. I'm not happy with this necessarily, but I'm also, I think, going to be happier with the outcome. There we go, and then I'll go and upgrade that to this. That's fine, I'll fix that. I think I just need to move that there a little bit. Let's see if I can upgrade it now. I can. Alright, and then we'll go back in for this. Make sure we got all the right things enabled here. And hopefully that'll do what we want. So bear with me while I sort of sort this out and hope that I've done a little bit more justice for the area. I think they're rerouting to go this way currently, but I think it's fine. This actually isn't that bad, so I'm pretty happy with that. So, take a drink of coffee again while we wait, as always. No, I think that's much better. Looks like more cars are getting through much more swiftly. So I will take that as a win for the meantime. It doesn't look like anyone's building up too much. We do have a slight. I guess it's just because they're wanting to get into the third lane, but that's okay as long as they're doing it at the right time and not causing any issues. Sure thing. We will take it. But I think that is running okay, so I will run with that. Oh, my neck just snapped. I'm sorry if you heard that. I'm very like stiff recently, kind of not having the. Let's not do that. I want this actually, not having as much, I guess, like movement time as usual right now. It's been an interesting one recently. There we go. So now though, they are all like filing into one lane, which I do find a little bit odd. Does that if I bring that down to a 2-lane, do they still want to go to the outside lane real bad? I don't know. Is it because that's a right? No, it's not just a right turn only. Huh. I don't actually know, because this is the only bit that's backing up now, hilariously. I mean, they all want to go that side. Let's see, where are you going? Okay, you go in, and then in again to go there. But why don't you just stay in these lanes? Do I have some like weird... No? Maybe it's because of this one? I may do that and see if that'll help. Because I think it'd be okay if they stay in this lane for this one here. Because that might be why everyone's doing that. Same with here. Because yeah, they're just wanting to get like fully across. The bus is making a different lane change, so that's good. Where's the bus going? So it's still in the second lane. And then onto this one. Okay, that makes sense. I know it's a bit of a sketchy one now, I guess, having that. Which is weird, it went to the second lane and then go there. I don't actually think we need 2 right lanes here. I think this one could just go on straight. I think that would be mighty fun. And then feel like I'm gonna have to like manually make them be smart here. I wonder if I can... Yeah, because they're all going to that way outside lane. Can I force them just to go out to here, maybe? Why not? We'll see if we can maybe not cause more traffic problems by doing so, but see if that helps. Because who knows? So yeah, they are rerouting to that second lane, most definitely. But now they're all in that lane. Yeah, I try to question the AI sometimes. I'm still not fully there as to why. Would it help if I just give them a little bit more, like, can I give them some more help here? Can I give them some, maybe, yeah, maybe that'll make them a little bit smarter. We can pretend that that'll be good. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, this is interesting. Vehicles may turn at red traffic lights. I guess make right turns. That is pretty cool, actually. I wonder if that would help in a lot of like the other lights that we have. That might be a cool one to enable. I've never actually looked at this before. Vehicles go straight on may change lanes at junctions. Going straight on may change lanes at junctions. Vehicles follow priority rules at junctions with time traffic lights. Okay. Automatically add time traffic lights to applicable. That's interesting. Okay. Bam, blah, blah, blah. Pedestrians time not cross roads approaching the roundabout. That seems good. Stay in the inside lane stay in lane inside the roundabout. Oh, so they don't change once they're in the roundabout. Is that the issue? I wonder. Stay in lanes on the roads approaching the roundabout, so they do not switch lanes too close to the roundabout. I mean, I kind of like... I might change that, because I'm just curious if they'll make maybe some smarter choices here. I really don't know. God knows. I mean, I can go back and change this. I'm not too fussed if it comes down to it, so I think that'll be fine. That's really interesting. I never realized all this stuff. Ooh, okay, you can have things for that. That's really cool. All right, interesting. So yeah, we'll come back to that if so needed, but let's do that just for a little bit. I'm just curious if that will make them have either better or worse decisions. Probably worse, but yeah, we'll see. I feel like it's suddenly going to be absolutely like a madhouse soon, but this is clearing out more, but I don't know if it's the other changes I made. But they are using all 3 lanes now, so I don't know if that's more of a bonus. I might take this away now, the changes I made here. And I just kind of want to make them make their own decisions and see what happens here. I'll be curious, because maybe that could have been what was slowing them down, was some of those policies, which it might have very well been the more I look at it now. Because I'm thinking if they're allowed to change lanes at certain times, they'll choose the one that will benefit them the most at that certain time. So maybe, I don't know. It could be just that I put more realistic stuff on, who knows. Okay, so this is being semi-used, so that's good to see. Doesn't look like it's causing any extra traffic, and I see the trash transfer facilities moving a little bit more, so that's always good. One thing I could do, because of the availability to do so, is I can come in here like it was before, and then I could feasibly make a intersection there. I don't know if they actually need a lot here, to be brutally honest. But I will keep it just because it might end up being smart. I don't know. Wowee, the amount of just the amount of cargo ships coming in is absolutely immense. I don't know if there's a way of like maximizing the efficiency of this, or if that's a thing that there even is. But I am truly baffled by how many are actually coming this way. So we have garbage, rather, piling up over here. Is that because... So our processing status is actually dropping. That is good to know. They have actually half-decent way to get over here, but I think they're just struggling a little bit. So what I could do, possibly... I have this area that I've made. I could have as a little facility, or here as well. It's just like an abandoned ship. Ghost ship. But you know, I have the facilities to add in another, well, waste processing plant. So that is a thing I can and may need to do. Yeah, there's not one incredibly... Yeah, I don't know if it's just they're struggling or what here, but we'll find out, I guess. So I can fit this here, but I don't know if I necessarily want to, do I? Maybe I can... Yeah, coincide that with that one over there. Just... It might be good just to have the extra trucks out, to be brutally honest. It could be a thing of just that. Which I guess I could just increase funding. That probably would have been a smart thing to do. But it's not the thing I thought about doing, so I guess that makes all the difference, doesn't it? Alright, so... let's see. Just kind of having a little look-see around. See how things going. Oh yeah, I built this area last time. I totally forgot about this area. I actually quite like how this little bit looks. I mean, this is struggling, and there's a waste processing plant just here. I guess because it's busy going to all the other places, but I guess so be it. I feel like I need like a place just for it here, crazily enough. How well is this doing? Okay, so not too bad, 39. I kind of expected more, to be honest, but I guess it happens. Yeah, I mean, we got garbage piling up everywhere. I guess I could put another processing plant out here. It doesn't really specify it needs to be in a certain area for processing and for everything. It just specifies you need it. Did that have to go for another roundabout, or is that just taking off while the other one was landing? I don't know. Hard to tell sometimes. So yeah, we are not doing half bad here. Oh, it's nice to see this is actually being used quite well. Okay, cool. I was wondering if it was actually doing well, but kind of forgot about it, to be honest. So that is good to see. I could, you know, potentially start looking at some other areas that we have here, see if anyone's needing anything. Yeah, garbage seems to be our #1 concern right now, hilariously. Not the one that I expected to be the current concern, actually. Okay, people are still using that. And 6 people use that, so that's pretty good. That's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? But sure. Alright. We do have, like, you know, these kind of little areas, which is always fun. And, like, down here, maybe we could, you know, we could always build something down there. Just kind of looking around. This is running much better. So I think actually enabling that, or enabling them to make smarter choices, or whatever, something has happened and been positive spin there. So nonetheless, I will take it and be happy with it. So that's good. Don't know why it's working, but we're not going to complain. Wow. I just realized the amount of cars on that. That's insane. I wonder if I could... God, I don't even know. I was like, maybe I can make like a little road that goes here and then connects to this bit, but even then, I really just... God knows. It's probably making that area real crowded, isn't it? Oh, see, it's having to wait there. I guess because the right corner is a little too harsh for it. Possibly. Could make sense. Okay, so it's considered the road for it. That's good to know. Is this a waste plant? Maybe? I think it is. What's happening? Oh god. That was weird. Had like a weird lag surge there. What I was wondering is, I just wanted to know if I could connect this over here somehow. Oh yeah, you can... but yeah, causing more traffic for the trains. That's not really smart, is it? I was just thinking, like, if I could bring it around there, it'd be pretty cool, but I think that might just be too much. I think maybe it needs a different way to go in general anyways. Personally. I wonder if I could... Let's see, I used this road here, so I guess I should stick with that. What kind of option do we have here if we just keep building? I guess I could connect here. And then that at least gives them multiple ways to go to where they might just go this way and then quickly get out. But I don't know. I guess it's just making this area busier, but... it's like kind of the same area to begin with. Yeah, I think that's just something that is going to plague us for a little bit as we figure some things out. One thing I wouldn't mind to do, maybe, I could fix this. Have this maybe run a little bit wider as well. Then, let's see, I think I need to do that and then to there. So that might be able to work, and then I might be able to come up under here. I feel like I could make this. There's a spot here somewhere. There we go. That's kind of more what I was hoping for in the end. And then something like that. That's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but I think that would be quite nice, honestly. And then the train should run quite nicely through there too, I think. But let's see what happens there. Yeah, the the waste truck just have a little conniption as they figure out what's happening, I guess. But then that also gives them another way to maybe quickly out here, and maybe an opportunity to take this way as well. Just like the other one, so that's the hope at least. And I've kind of... Well, no, I was thinking about it. I was like, I could connect this and this, but this would just be a weird connection to try to make over the water without it looking really dumb, I think. So I think we'll just keep it as is for the time being. But yeah, we are not doing too shabby, I think, here. For the meantime, at least. I'm going to go ahead and just add a couple little bits here. This is mostly just to fill the area in, to be honest. And I'm not too fussed because I don't think traffic's going to get bad here. Knock on wood, I guess, but I don't think it's going to. So that's my risk taking for the day, I guess. And there we go, we can connect that up there. And I think that would be pretty nice. Okay, so that's going to be building in. How much more commercial space do I need? Not all that much. Only about 3,000 squares, I guess, or whatever it may be. You know, this area does run quite well. To the fact, or to the point of where I feel like I could probably squeeze in some extra bits here. But I also don't know if that's just, you know, asking for trouble in reality. But one thing I can do, because we do have a roundabout, I could make a system that comes around here, goes off into a new neighborhood, then it goes off here, because then they could take the cloverleaf to get back in if they wanted to. See, that's thinking with something. My brain, I guess we'll just pretend it's that, and not just trying to make life easy. So something, you know, kind of... I think I might need to build this road first. So we won't do this area too large because that would be an issue, wouldn't it? Very much so. And I'm going to build this just like no snapping on. Just see what happens, because why not? I mean, how could that ever go wrong, you know? Alright. So there we go. We got a way in and out of it. So that is quite good. And then we'll do... we could do... we can have monorail. Perfect. Now, I would love the monorail, but I just don't think it's, like, something that I should be doing. Not right now, at least. I think I need a lot more practice with it, essentially, before I go the old monorail route. Go up around here. Then I will upgrade it to that, actually. So there we go. And that gives some choices when they get in there. And then we can go ahead and come in with our regular roads we like to use. I've never actually really built much with the snapping off, to be honest. And I'm sure that shows. But it's kind of interesting, to be honest. Didn't quite know it functioned... Oops, kind of wanted to keep that. That's fine. Didn't know it quite functioned like this smoothly. So that's pretty good to know, actually. Because, you know, if I ever see the availability, I will use it. Or maybe that's what I'll end up using in a lot of my next map, because I think I want to be a little bit more purposeful when I build things. Like, this is still, I think, you know, some people would see as pretty loose in reality, because they're not really, like, building anything with necessary purpose. But that's kind of the plan. I don't know when I'm starting on that. Currently, I'll probably take a little bit of time to, you know, switch over into that mode, but we shall see. So let's build all this front area up into there. That can be offices. We will actually make sure to have medical, like right away. We will have fire. We'll put everything on like this kind of main road just so it's accessible. And it's going to help this area too, so we'll be pretty good. And then where we're going to have housing here as well, we'll make sure to have all of the availability for schooling too. And if I can fit one in, I can do a university, but I doubt one's going to fit anywhere here. I think that would have been my best option. But yeah, I don't think we have room, and that's okay. I don't think it's a necessity. It's more just if we happen to have had the room. There we go. Now, we can go ahead and make sure that we are powered up as such. And then go ahead and come in here with this and start making some changes. Or not changes, but some buildings. And kind of like before, all of these inner streets, I think I will end up making residential, just because it always works out pretty easily to know where to place everything. And then if I want to change some stuff later on, I very much can. Luckily, it's a lot easier in real life. No permits needed. You just knock someone's house down while they're inside of it, and they just pop out totally unharmed. You try that in real life, for some reason it doesn't work. Don't know why. But yeah, it's the thing. Alright. There we go. It's gonna be loud for those people that live there, but granted they live in I'm gonna assume these are like condos, apartments. I never know, because like I don't know if they're, I mean, you would assume with the big buildings they're probably apartments for most of them, and then probably some condos, like luxury condos that cost like 500,000 for 30 square feet. That would make a lot of sense. At least that's how it is most of the time. And then everything on this road I actually do want to be commercial. Pretty much, especially backing this area. So we'll do a lot of commercial for here. Mostly to get to our goal. But as well, I mean, I think it just will be a nice one. And there is a huge demand for it right now, so it kind of makes sense. So there we go. And another thing is, like, I think for the next one, you know, bringing in some of the stuff that I've kind of learned into this one, and then having a lot of the mods already kind of figured out, even though I've used most of them before, also helps because it makes it just easier to transition essentially into the next game. So I think it should be quite good. And I'm going to go ahead and switch out some of these residential spots into some offices, just because there was more of a necessity for it at the point, and it makes sense. So there we go. We'll see if that builds in, and then if so, we will be on our way to better and better things. I like that temple complex is loud. Should it be quiet? No? Maybe. Alright. So that'll slowly build in. There's not, I mean, there's definitely a speed difference between the slowest and fastest, but I can definitely tell it's getting different now. But there we go. I think that should be pretty nice, and that'll slowly make its way in and kind of fill in another spot that we had open. So I think that's always good. And there's, like I said, there's a way in and there's a way out, so they shouldn't be able to complain too much. They can just go around this way and come back in. So I think it'll be fine. Maybe. We'll find out, I guess, eh? Alright. And I could eventually, you know, maybe like connect this road up to over here. Maybe I'll do that now before I forget. And I could actually... like, figuring out if I wanted to bring it up through here or a different spot, but I think here is just fine. Oh, that is quite a steep slope. We can fix that though. And then... okay. So I need to maybe back this up a bit. Then let's see if we can mess with this ever so slightly. That should work. Without being an issue, I think. Maybe a little issue. There we go. I mean, that's still, if you ask me, that's high enough, but I'm not a professional. I don't know. I'll build a little bit of a gap there, so there we go. That works a bit better for us, doesn't it? So now we have a way through there as well, and I think that's pretty nice to have. Now I can even build off this area, which is kind of funny. I didn't think about that bit. We could even do some low density residential, just because we don't have any anymore, really. And we could actually, we could make this area self-sufficient. Because we do have a goal to do that. So that could be pretty smart, I think. So yeah, self-sufficient buildings. There we go. And we won't worry about the commercial and all that. We'll just let it be whatever it wants to be. I'm just kind of snaking this one along. We'll build it to the edge. And this will be just their nice, you know, low density area that we often forget to actually build. Kind of want to do this actually. Then we'll go up and over. Back into there. There we go. So now there's multiple ways in, which is always good. Live nice and close to the rail. Everyone's favorite. Honestly, it's not terrible living close to a railroad as long as you're not at a crosswalk where a crosswalk or intersection or whatever you may have. Then they won't blow their horn. But if you happen to live near one, good God. When I was a kid, my grandmother lived right, literally behind one, and it was just behind her house, and oh my God, because there was the intersection, like literally behind her house as well. It was the worst thing in the world. That was truly something. Luckily, they didn't live there too long. Granted, they didn't live there too long because their house caught on fire, but still, you know. It probably worked out for the fact of noise, so that's something, right? Sure. Opportunity was a positive. Alright. There we go. That's kind of funky, isn't it? I can never tell if me saying funky is I like it or oh God. It really could go either way. Most of the time. Alright, let's do this. As always, we gotta make sure we are popped up there. We need to make sure that this has the availability as well. So what's the... Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet the coverage would be different here. We can just pop in a medical clinic. Cemetery, if I can find the space. There we go. Regular police should do most of the work we need here. Fire department, we can fit in there. Let's see, anything... We will need waste facility nearby. So I think having that, perhaps... That's perfect, actually. So that'll cover actually this area too, which is well needed, I'm sure. If we were already struggling before. So... And like I said, this will be low density, so we won't have to fret as much about things, so that's good. And we will start up here just because we already have some availability there. And we'll just come through here and fill a lot of this in. And I think this will be mostly residential. I might put a little few tiny bits of low density commercial in here, just kind of scattered throughout to, you know, help the area. Kind of like maybe local organic, well, I guess it won't be organic, will it? Just like local shops here and there. That's actually a weird place to put it, that last one I did, but whatever. He'll work. That's all that matters. And then out here we can actually have this pretty much just jam-packed. Haven't used any of this area yet, hilariously. Didn't really think about it. Sure, why not? Even to there. And then, yeah, we'll just continue painting all this area. And, you know what? Oh God, no. Don't go there. I just realized what was there. We'll cut off even to here. And then we'll, you know, just We'll pretend that we wanted it to be that instead. Sometimes the painting tool is great, I think. I did not know there was a smaller one until literally right now. So that would actually help a lot with these. Well, kinda. Maybe it's more tedious than anything. But yeah, I kinda didn't know there was a smaller one. But yeah, I think if we, get this filled in nicely. And then just keep continuing with how we're going. We should be able to unlock some good things here and there. Because I think we'll have some happy campers soon. I guess we need to, really start working on... I don't know. I guess we just need to really start working on getting some of these things done. So maybe I need to start letting some crime sprees happen or... whatever it may be. But again, I keep going between. I convinced myself last time, I'm unconvinced this time. It changes every time. I guess I could always just record the next one and then can always come back to it, but I probably never would. And that's the sad thing when you start a city. Sometimes if you decide to just leave for even like a couple minutes, you're like, well, I'll just come back later and decide to fix it later. It'll be fine. You just never do. Happens to me all the time. Let me delete that and put that there instead. There we go. So that should hopefully slowly connect. That would be the hope. So we're up to 18,255. So that's pretty good, and we'll get up a little bit more here as well, which is nice. And I built tons of it along here as well. Which I didn't actually think, but that's nice because that'll mean we'll finish this even faster. But I'm hoping, I did this more because I actually was hoping that it would, the fish people, that's what I'm calling them from now on, the fishermen, would have a place to sell to. But, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be, I'm hoping there's just so many people here that this will be their area. But again, that's a hope, but we shall see. So let's connect that up. I did give them school. I didn't give them schools. Okay. That might be why it's coming in a bit slow as well. So there we go. I can even probably snap in a university with... Because I'm sure we have room. Why not? All the way down there. For this, I think I'll use a bus line. I think otherwise it might be a bit much. We can start it there. Have stop there. Stop there. Here. We can come around this way too. We'll use it as like this kind of area's ordeal, I guess, that it may need. Then we'll yeah, so it has to do the crazy thing, doesn't it? Jeez. Maybe that's not ideal, is it? There we go. That kind of fixes it a little bit doing that. But I wonder if I actually... Because a smart move, actually, because we don't have anything in here. Could be just having this. And then maybe bring it on... Oh, wait, that's a bad idea. Because we get stuck on that side. And then we could bring it back... this way, and then we are going for the record of big bus line here now. There we go. We'll go to there, here, and then right back on up. I'm sure that will be just fine. I can't think of how that could go wrong in any way, shape, or form. Don't know what you're talking about. All right. I actually want to add some regular parks here. Because like neighborhood, so we have dog parks, maybe like a playground, anywhere I can fit that in. I mean, I guess across from a dog park would actually make sense, wouldn't it? And then we have these little things that trail off here, and I like adding these when I can, obviously. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of the paths. I think they make all the difference in the game too, for accessibility and everything in between. So there we go. They should slowly get power as more things build in here. In fact, is there anything else without making it look terrible? Well, not overly fond of the look, but I just wanted to give them like a little something. Granted, I don't hate the look, so that's something, I guess, isn't it? Kind of want to just give them a little bit better of a layout here. Leave it better than I found it. There we go. Can I still build off of it? I can. Okay. Because I could come from here, and then we can reach to there. And then if I straighten up here and get to that bit. I always like doing this. Just adding all of the little quick routes essentially to get everywhere. Alright. That's pretty good. So that's all that connected. That should slowly build in. I mean, we're getting there. I don't know how many things of commercial I have built. I mean, I have them laid out. It's just they're not built in yet. So yeah, we just need more. I'll pop that in there. We definitely have more demand for industry at this current time. And I think that's just probably because all the people wanting to move, maybe even to this area, who knows. And in fact, I mean, there's nothing stopping us, just slathering it on down here. Don't know if slathering is the word that I like to use for it, but I just think it could be quite nice there. And if I ever see the need to add more, I can just put some little grids here for more office. So maybe that'll help there. I don't think we have any other, like, areas that are desperate need. Wow, there's just so many cargo ships, cruise ships, everything in between. Yeah, I mean, like, it's like 100 passengers at a time. It says there's 0 coming in, but I'm fairly certain that's a lie. Like, we got 100 there, 73 on this one. I feel like, I mean, I would say that I need more, but I just don't think that would help. Is there like something I can do here to help? So ship and ferry harbor can support more ships and ferries with higher budget. I don't know if I need more ships is the issue. I think I need more. I feel like I need more something. I don't know. I truly do not know. Well, you don't make that much from it, do you? Jeez. I expected to make quite a lot, actually. Yeah, I mean, I don't make anything really from any transport. I don't think I'm positive on anything. The thing is, I have been positive on transport before, but I don't know how or why. Maybe it's just a thing of starting out slower and working my way up and all that. Who knows? It's hard to tell. I make very little from the tolls, actually. I think most people just try to avoid them and then get in their car after said toll. I think that's exactly what happens, but if so, I guess so be it. But at the same time, maybe it's not the best thing in the world. Wow, look at how many are just wanting to get in here. It's insane. I don't know if there's a way to make that better when, less taxing on our areas, like all the trains coming in as well. Like having to get into this is insane. My God. Oh, wow. It's so busy. Huh. That I did not expect, I do have to say. So, I mean, that's something, I guess, within itself. Maybe I can figure something out there for it. I truly do not know. They are using this way more, but I don't know if it's just because they're forced to, but it seems to be working. A lot going that way, a lot going that way. And a fair few, I think, are still taking this way, so that's nice at least. It's nice to see them not ruining traffic too much there. This area is slowly coming in. I think within due time we'll end up getting where we want to be. This is up to 18,594, so it'll get there. Maybe I just need to like leave it running at some point, just to let it build up, because maybe this will be enough. I don't know. This, and I don't know if I still have other places open with it trying to come in. I don't currently know yet, but yeah, we shall see. But I think I'm going to end that there because I've been going for about an hour. I think over an hour, my bad. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for your patience with this series and me second guessing myself 1,000 times and 15th guessing myself, I guess is the way to say it as well. But no, I appreciate it so much. And I'll talk to you guys next time in either this or another one, but probably this one knowing me. So yeah, goodbye.